occasionally on television you'll see an advertisement for a product or service in which they will try to sell you multiple products or services. And so what we're going to do here is show you how to create a duplicate of this and animate it to go back and appear that it's a little bit further back, and to create an illusion of depth. So what we're going to do is take Innovation Digital, $30.95 a month, and we're going to change our text to say refer a friend, and we're going to promote this as receive a $2 discount. And we'll decrease the size of this, of course. Adjust our spacing. And we'll move this up over here. We'll move this text over just a little bit. So we have our comp 1, which we've got full control over, and this is a very simple effect. And what we're going to do is duplicate this layer, and we're going to call this first one. I'm going to highlight this, press enter. We're going to call this remote foreground, FG. I'll just spell it out so it's a little easier to understand what that represents. Click on this one, press enter. We'll call this remote background. Okay, so now we have the second one back here, and we're not only going to we could just create a copy directly out here and say refer a friend, blah 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 blah, or we could have it go back a little bit and scale it down to where it appears that it's sort of a little bit further back. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, let's say, the 5-second mark. We're going to press P for position. We're going to turn on our stopwatch, and let's say we want this to happen at about a half a second, which is 15 frames. So we're going to go to 5:17. We're going to move this back right about there. And I'm going to go ahead and take this a little bit further over, so it's a little bit slower in our transition, so we can see it a little bit better taking place. And I'm going to mark those two, and the way you mark a point is to go to this marker bin and drag and shift drag it over to your current time marker, which is even with our keyframe here, and do the same thing here. Click and drag. If I shift it over to here, it goes to even with this keyframe. So now I've got two markers there. So I can close this out, the position, and go to scale by pressing S. And so since I don't have my keyframes here to reference, I've got the markers that are even with those frames. So I'm going to go back to this one, and I want this to scale down. I want it to start scaling and stop scaling at the same exact time that it starts to move and stops to move from here to here. So I'm going to press my scale stopwatch, shift drag over to here to lock it into my second position, and I'm going to scale this down to, we'll say right there, 70%. So now we've got, right there, our friend. Very simple effect. You've probably seen it before, and very easy to do.